Hey guys, what's going on? Glimpse here. So I've got the 3.1 live stream pulled up right here, and let's just go ahead. We're not going to watch the whole thing or anything. This is going to be a very condensed version. I'm just going to go through, talk about the main points that I found quite interesting. Um, so yeah, if you want to see more type of content like this, or see me pull for Sino when he comes out and build him with a couple different sets and everything, be sure to subscribe. Hopefully, I'll see you guys when I start streaming a bit more. Yeah, so here you go. I'll talk about what was most interesting to me. And this will be a pretty short video, so let's see, it just starts off. And of course, if you want to see like all the story parts like this thing, you could just go watch the full live stream. It's version 3.1 special program. I was actually awake at the time that this started. I thought it was really cool to see. I actually really enjoyed this live stream. Just overall thoughts, I thought it went pretty well. We did hear some things about the anniversary and everything. I'll get into that in a bit. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we have.
Important purpose, keeping out people like us.
Shield is not enough to protect the most important things.
Okay, well, first off, here's a bit of Candace we can see. I actually really think that this looks like a cool character, and I will be pulling for her along with Sino on the banner of 3.1.
That's why I must also wield a spear.
Do your worst.
Grant us your blessing.
Okay, so that's just most of what you see of the intro to Candace as a character. I think that's pretty cool. And then this is the part that I was also really excited for, if I'm remembering correctly. I think it's right here where we see Sino a bit.
You've betrayed our root village.
Yeah.
Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
There he is.
Through me, justice is served.
Such a cool character.
If we're unhappy, we should speak up and let our...
Okay, so there was Sino. Honestly, I've been building Sino. Well, getting all the things ready to build Sino. Yeah, definitely love that character. I think his voice sounded really cool and everything, and I'm really looking forward to him. I'll be pulling for him and his weapon. This character, Nilo, I believe is pronounced. I actually saw her kit in this live stream. I think she's pretty cool. I wasn't planning on pulling for her, but I actually might get around to her if I have a lot of primos around the time of her banner, and I'll talk more about that in a bit. Tell you what I think when we see more of her kit and like the banners and stuff. But yeah, as for right now, I actually kind of started to like her more after this live stream.
our voices be heard. Positions. Huh. Yeah. Ha!
All eyes on me.
Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever
Okay,
since
so
the
that
Scarlet
was-
King's death all those
Oh.
years.
There you go. This is like the main intro part to Nyla. I think was also really cool. Yeah, we see a new boss. New boss is here. There's this Ruin Drake thing, and then let me go back a bit. And there's also this thing. So this boss fight's probably in that giant pyramid thing. I'm not sure yet though. We did see some story thing. This part was really cool. I really enjoyed this right here. There's Catherine.
There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
So yeah, there's like a little snippet of the story thing. I think that looks really sick. Yeah, so apparently they killed Catherine. I don't know. We'll learn more about that in the story as it goes on. And I mean, there's a bunch of other Catherines, but still. I think Sino here with his weapon looks sick. Candace is pretty cool. I really like this Claymore on Deha. I might pull for her depending on how her kit is. This sword's pretty good on him. His name Al Hytham, I believe. And then Kusanali or Nahida. I don't know. I don't really know the terminology of what her name specifically is, but I don't know. I might pull for her. It seems like she might be a pretty good support for Sino. We haven't seen her kit or anything yet, but I don't know. And I actually do kind of think I want to pull for Scaramouche because I was playing Child, and I think that be cool to just start collecting any harbingers that come out. And same reason I might pull for Nahida, because I think it'd be cool to collect all the Archons. I have the 3 so far, so we'll see. I think this part is really cool. Alright, here's this little event with like in Mondstadt.
For a windier day.
What is it? I don't think it was the Windbloom
Last
Festival.
When that bites.
Dear friends, let us now open the wines.
To the Animal Archon!
Yeah, okay, well, it might be part of that Windbloom Festival. I think this like sand design here is really cool. This is just them going into them talking. So nothing too crazy right here. Just them talking, discussing the characters and everything. Okay, here you see the new boss. There's some boss mechanics. We'll see more of that in a bit. Okay, yeah, so we hear about this Archon. I'm actually really looking forward to this, because I always like hearing the things about the Harbingers. I think this is Dottore, I believe. I think that's his name. And then Scaramouche or Wonder or whatever he's going as now. So yeah, we already saw this. And then, okay, so then more talking there. Okay, so these places in just the Sumeru desert area look beautiful, in my opinion. You hear Dainsleif talk, and then hear a bunch of the character VAs go through and like discuss how they're feeling about the 2nd anniversary, and they thank us for the support. Okay, we can look at some of the characters real quick right here.
If I can provide everyone
Yeah, and I'm going through this pretty quickly because this is a very long live stream, but I definitely enjoyed most of this.
such as this, I will be content.
Her kit looks really cool. I hope she's viable. I mean, I'll probably play her either way, but we'll see.
Good deeds and bad. In the end, all will be placed upon the scales.
He's so cool.
Guilty!
I'm definitely pulling for him.
Judgment is upon you.
That animation is so sick.
Guilty! Judgment is
Like right there. I just love the way that looks. That's so cool. I mean, I've never seen this before. No, but yeah, in all seriousness, this is actually really cool. I just love his old animation. I love the way that like his attacks look in his burst. You can see right here. Kind of similar to like Razor and Raiden, a mix between those two.
I can do even better now. Here.
Yeah, and apparently she has 2 different stances, which I think is really interesting.
This dance is for you.
Very elegant, yeah. Okay, so here you see all the characters, Sino, Nilo, Candace. All of them are actually looking really good. I think they nailed these designs on all these characters. Okay, let's see. Go through more talking. Okay, I think this is like an intro to the characters kit. We'll see. Are we gonna... Okay, here you go. So our skill is this shield. I think it's kind of similar to Beto.
在游戏中进行实际操作时，玩家朋友们如果长按坎蒂斯的元素战绩，可以形成护盾吸收伤害；而当蓄力完成时，则会进行跳跃攻击，
Yeah,
对
so
前方的敌人造成水元素伤害。
okay, so you basically just have the shield, and then if it's fully charged, it does damage, and then if like an enemy hits you before, it can be fully charged faster. I know it's kind of like Beto and Yunjin's skill. I mean, they've both been in the game for a while, Beto and Yunjin, and I don't think their skills are anything revolutionary. And like even Beto's mostly just used for her ult. So I feel like the most part that skill's not going to be anything too crazy. She's or like even her normal attacks probably aren't going to be scale that high. She doesn't seem like she'd be like a strict DPS. I believe she's going to be a support. We'll see more with like her ult and when she comes out and everything.
解锁天赋流与交互后，若是在长按元素战绩期间受到敌人的攻击，
Yeah, more about the skill
则会立即
here,
完成蓄力。
which probably
释
isn't
放元素
anything
爆
too
发时
crazy.
坎蒂斯会高举武器，招请神佑。除了造成范围伤害，还会对队伍中所有的角色赋予赤面诸岛的状态。拥有该状态的角色，在登场时会对周围的敌人发动水波冲击。如果是单手剑、
Okay, so that
双手
gave
剑及长
this gives the Hydro
别武
Infusion.
器角色，还会获得水元素附魔。而场上角色的普通攻击对敌人造成元素伤害，也将获得提高。
So they get the Hydro Infusion and getting the normal attack buff. Or just elemental damage buff, I believe. Characters in the field, elemental, yeah, okay. An elemental damage buff to opponents with their normal attacks. Okay, so I don't know exactly who that'd be too useful for with the Hydra Infusion. She might be like a really good support for Diluc, but we'll see. I mean, I don't. No, it shouldn't override his. I don't know. We'll have to see if it overrides his burst thing, or if C6 Bennett overrides it and all these things. But it'd probably be pretty good for Diluc. I'd say it's like Sword, Polearm, Claymore. I think that's what it infuses. This elemental damage buff might be good for Cyno, but I don't know if you want to. I mean, especially if you're doing like a Hyper Bloom team, but you probably won't have the Hydra Infusion or anything, which I mean is good because you don't want it. But the main character I'm thinking of that would use that type of infusion would be probably Diluc, or maybe Deha might use this character as support. I don't know anything about her kit, but I know she's Pyro, so maybe that might help out. But unless she just relies strictly on like the Hyper Bloom teams or whatever, with like Dendro and Burgeon for Deha. But overall, I think her ult might be pretty good. Kind of like, I don't know though, because like Yunjin buffs normal attack damage. No one really uses normal attacks. That, I mean, people do, but like they don't really care about Yunjin that much. So if she does, I feel like she'd have to do better than just a damage increase. So elemental damage to opponents with their normal attack. So we'll see how that goes. I'm very interested in this character though. Okay, just her passive, climbing. Nothing too crazy. I think Xiao has that passive as well. I mean, yeah, it's useful, but nothing too crazy. I go back to talking. Okay, and then we'll look at Cyno real quick. I just love that spear. I'm gonna 90 that. Okay, let's see. Are they going to his... I think they're going to his kit right here. Oh wait, do they show his kit here, I believe? Okay, yeah. It's just slightly ahead. Okay, so here's his normal attacks. Oh wait, did I skip his skill? Okay, normal attack. Did that just go normal attack burst? Okay, yeah, I went normal. Okay, here's normal attack. Nothing too crazy. Probably not going to use that too much. His burst, you want high uptime on this. That's a sick animation. I love that. Okay, so then there shows his skill. I believe you can also use the skill outside of the burst, but it's just showing it in the burst here. I think it's just a shorter cooldown. I mean, I'm guessing. But yeah, I just think his whole, like, this whole thing right here is so cool. Yeah, it's really cool. There's just some exploration stuff. Then we'll see Nilo right here. Where's her kit? This is like the spot that actually kind of got me interested in pulling in her. So the skill here, if you press it a certain way, then she becomes like a main DPS type character. I believe she's probably going to be best used with like Dendro units and stuff, but we'll see how she goes. So this is like her DPS, and then right here, if you use the skill again. Okay, so if you use the skill again after that, instead of keeping her in DPS state, it switches to like kind of like this bigger Barbara ring, which will follow you around, which is actually really cool, this Hydro ring thing. This one also might be good for Diluc. I don't really know. I mean, most people don't really use Diluc, but we'll see how good the support capability is, because I feel like I definitely like her more than Xingqiu, so I might end up pulling her to use as a Hydra support. So her and Candace, we'll see how they both work out. But they both seem like to be, well, she's kind of like a hybrid character, which is really cool. The only concern is that normally when characters are hybrid, they do like both things pretty well and don't excel at either thing, which is like a small concern, but it's not that big of a deal. And the thing that's cool about this, though, is it seems that mostly her burst is just used for like Hydro application. So that'd be pretty cool on, because you can just have her built as a DPS. And then whenever you need the application, you can kind of just switch back and forth. So you don't have to like switch her kit for a hybrid build or anything, which is actually really cool. So we'll see. I mean, being able to fully invest into the DPS build but still have her support capability is really cool. where most characters, because it's based off her skill, like most characters like Ayato, if you want to do a DPS build, then you have to like focus on crit and all these things. But if you want to go to support, you focus more on ER, and it's like you kind of have to switch artifacts around or find a balance in between. But like this is kind of nice if it's mostly just focused on her skill for the support capabilities and like DPS mix.
并产生一个可以跟随当前场上角色行动的水环，持续
That looks really cool, yeah.
附加潮湿状态，两种舞步各有千秋。旅行者们可以
So
根
yeah,
据战斗环境做出不同的
you
选
kind of
择。
just switch skills depending on what you're fighting. And then this talks about her burst
因
here.
进行远梦灵泉之舞，造成水元素范围伤害。
So
对命中的敌人附加特殊状态。短暂间隔后，对敌人再次造成水元素伤害。
okay, so that's mostly just damage ability then, which means that you can kind of have her as like a. There's at least one danger character. Okay, wait, we'll see what this is real quick, and then I'll talk.
草元素角色和一位水元素角色，且全队均为水或草元素角色时，区域舞步的第3段舞步将会为附近所有角色赋予金杯的崩溃状态。受到草元素攻击后，将会提升元素精通，且在触发绽放反应时，取代草元核，产生更迅捷
Okay, wait. So
赋予金杯的崩溃状态。受到草元
So
素攻击
Hyper
后
Bloom
将会提升
increase
元
their
素精
EM
通，且在触发绽放反应时，取代草元核，产生更迅捷、更猛烈的风壤之核。除此之外，
okay, so that shows that her DPS capabilities have mostly been like Bloom, Hyper Bloom type teams. And then her support you can kind of just use anywhere that you want Hydra application. That's what I'm getting off of this. I mean, things could definitely change. We could see different things with like changes in the meta with new characters and things like that. But as of now, I think she definitely seems like a pretty solid all-around character. I am kind of worried about like the passive and everything, limiting her to being only viable in like Bloom and Hyper Bloom type teams. But I mean, you could probably use her anywhere. Honestly, you could use any character in any team and still make it work as long as you invest properly. So she's definitely probably going to be at least a pretty solid character. I hope she's not too limited though, so we'll see.
进入在完美
And then just like cooking passive, nothing too crazy. Okay, this is the part that I was surprised about. So first, we get to see, so Candace on the first banner, it's going to be Sino and Venti, which I feel like a lot of people were expecting, especially seeing the start of this talking about like the Wind Bloom Festival and everyone's like, to the Animo Archon, all these things. So it makes sense that he was there. And then one I was surprised about is the one after
版本
this.
后半段，除了新
It's
手
going to
的
be Candace with Albedo. And Albedo's a character I've been waiting for a while. I kind of want him to help complete my Hu Tao team for the double Geo and EM buff. So I want Sino, Albedo, and then if I have leftover Primos, I'll probably go for Nilo as well. But these two are the first priority because I've wanted Albedo since I first started playing as well. Like when I first saw him, and I thought that it was a really cool character, but I didn't really feel the need to pull for him because I didn't have the necessity. But now that I've started building Hu Tao very recently and kind of building our teams more, I think it'd be pretty cool to have him on one of my teams. And then she just seems like she'd be a pretty good support for a lot of characters, and also I don't know her DPS capabilities, how good they are, but we'll see that later on as well. So we'll see. But I was very excited to see Albedo as a rerun. I feel like a lot of people were expecting something else because normally he comes around like November, December time, if I remember correctly. But he's here now, and I feel like they kind of just like breaking the patterns, break the cycle. So can't complain too much. I think that was really cool. Here's part of the new boss of the other one. Okay, here's a Primo code if you guys want that. I feel like they expire pretty soon. 12 a.m. Okay, so you have a little bit of time if you're excuse me. Go ahead and look at these Primo codes. Okay. And let's see. I think this picture is actually pretty cool. Let's see what goes off. More character VAs talking. Okay, let's see what this is. They're talking about the version patches. Okay, so this event's coming back. We haven't seen here.
特性的强敌，需要大家谨慎去
Oh wait, wrong spot.
义卖与妙想则是一个以经营店铺为目标的玩法，
Did I,
完成或的营业对，以行肯定也少不了一些。
did I click the wrong spot? Okay, so we're fighting in this place again, which it's been a while since we've done this, so I feel like I don't even remember the last event thing we had here, but I remember this being pretty cool. So like this event in this area.
提供的增益效果来挑战强大的敌人。
So that's pretty cool. Nothing too crazy about that event. I just remember it being pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Apparently there's going to be a a Razor event right here. We're going to learn more about like Razor's backstory and everything. I mained Razor for probably like the first like 6 months, and I was kind of running him as a secondary DPS with Child on cooldown for like the first year of the game. So I do really like Razor. I have him up to 80 out of 90. He's a really cool character. A lot of people don't really play him. He's kind of physical is kind of outclassed, and if you want to play physical, most people just go Eula anyways. But cool Razor event to learn more about him. We get this cool new polearm. I don't know what this plume is, but new crown, primos, all the usual things. But this spear might be pretty good on some of the new characters, maybe like Candace or Cyno. I don't know. We'll have to wait to see the stats on it. There's this new event, kind of just like a domain event. You have to go get all the coins and everything. We've seen that a few times. Nothing too crazy. It's always normally pretty fun, a pretty like fast-paced thing. Normally doesn't take too long, which is nice. Okay, we got this event. I'm pretty sure this is. Does it say? Okay, I'm pretty sure that this is the one where like you get you just create like a bunch of different parties, and each party has only 2 characters on it, and like it's kind of like a tag team thing where you guys like switch out between the parties. I think that was a pretty cool event. I really enjoyed this one, and now that I have a lot more characters built now compared to the last time, I think it'll be more enjoyable as well. Okay, so this okay, this little bird thing right here, we are getting this as like a free pet. And then this right here is like part of the anniversary thing. I don't think I passed it. If I did, I'll go back to it in a bit. Yeah, no, I don't think I passed it because I started talking about the anniversary at Dainsleif. And yeah, okay. No, I'm pretty sure I didn't pass it. Okay, yeah, more primos from this event. Okay, here's where we were anyways. This is about for the anniversary rewards. They're giving us this first 10, like a daily login event like they did at 1.3 for the, what's it called, the Leeway Festival. Oh, I'm blanking right now. Okay, well, there's like that daily login event. You're going to get 10 primos, and I believe we're also getting 1,600, oh my gosh. So we get the 10 wishes from this, and then we get the 1,600 primos from the mail event like last year. So I think that's pretty cool. We're getting a total of 20 wishes for the second year, and I think I've seen people talk about how this is kind of going to be like, oh, for their first year anniversary they gave 10, and the second year they're giving 20, and we'll see if they keep going up with like 30, 40, because like each year that we go on, there's just more and more characters. So especially for like the free to play, it's harder to get things. We are getting some fragile resin, which is cool. 4 fragile resin in the mail. So it'd be good. Any new artifacts or anything that we get down the line, or just farming for all these new characters that are coming. Okay, so this is like a new permanent game mode. I think a lot of people have been asking for a permanent game mode. I don't think they expected a card game like this. I'm pretty sure they talk about this more later, not right now. Oh wait, here we go. Okay, so you just see this card game. I'll play it for a second. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Just a card game. I don't think it's anything too crazy or too big. I feel like it'll probably be like the teapot, where it's like a permanent thing. People kind of do it for the first like month or so, maybe 2 months, and you kind of just drop it. But there's all these characters that you can get, and I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to like collect the cards and everything, but I don't think it's going to be something that people are really hyped about or anything. If so, then it's cool. Like if you like it, then go. You like it, you know. Here's the second Primogem code. Okay. Got it. This is pretty cool picture. This one we were looking at earlier. The 3 new characters for 3.1. I think they all have great designs. Okay, more characters discussing the anniversary. We'll talk about Albedo's real quick. I love his character, but I think this part's pretty funny. Here, let's see.
Alchemist of the Knights of Favonius.
Here, let me go back for a sec. We'll just watch it for a sec.
I am Albedo, Chief Alchemist of the Knights of Favonius. Just kidding. I'm actually Koi Dao, voice of Albedo, the Chief Alchemist of the Knights of Favonius.
Okay, so we got him here.
Impact with my friends.
Okay, yeah.
Me personally, I've gotten to play a lot of Genshin Impact with my friends. It's been really fun. You can like jump off of stuff and climb things. Oh, and you can chase the Sealies. Aren't those things cute? They look like they're made out of little gummy fruit snacks. Anyway.
I have no idea what he's on about, but I think that's hilarious. I don't know, it just seems kind of unprofessional. It's just really funny. So they have this music video thing here where like they're going through like the soundtracks and everything. Pretty cool to watch. If you want to see that, feel free to go back, watch everything on the special program announcement thing. Okay, this is really big right here. I'll go back a bit. This right here. Okay. Here, watch this. I'm really excited about this. I know a lot of my friends are as well. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that UFO Table is the company that animates for Demon Slayer. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I think. Just the Demon Slayer animators. I don't know what else they would do, though. Paimon looks so much nicer when she's not talking endlessly. It's like, oh, that's cute. And then she starts talking, but she's fine there. This gorgeous animation. That water looks beautiful. Like everything here. Like here's some of Sumeru. Here's some of Dragon Spine. There's the Venti statue. Like it's gorgeous. At this point, I was pretty hyped and I was like, what's going on? And then they're going to explain it in a second. And they found each other. Game over. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. But all these animations look really good. Like, I love the way they drew these characters. Like, this is gorgeous. Okay, and if you're still wondering what this is, just wait a sec. Long-term project launch. Own animation series. So, okay, I wasn't pausing. Okay, so finally, which is actually something that both a lot of my friends and I have been really hyped about. So it's going to be a Genshin Impact anime, which is really cool. I feel like a lot of people that play Genshin are also just anime fans in general. So I feel like that was definitely the smart move of them. I feel like, they said it's a long-term project, so we don't know how long it's going to take. But as of right now, I think that can be very big, considering how big the game is, how big anime is getting. Especially after, like, quarantine from COVID and everything. A lot more people have started watching anime. So I think that's a really cool thing. Okay, here's some more of the soundtrack. Nothing too crazy. Okay, here's the third and final code. I did want to make a note. I think these pictures are actually really cool. Got Shenhe, Kazuha, Barbara, Yunjin, Yamiko, and oh my gosh, wait. What's her name? Okay. Oh, we just had an event with her. Why can't I remember her name? It's Okay, let me look this up real quick. Jinyan, that's her name. Okay. Oh, sorry, Jinyan mains. All four of you. Um, no, I don't play this character at all. I do feel bad about forgetting her name. But yeah, Jinyan, Yamiko, Yunjin, Barbara, Kazuo, Shena. Okay. They're all playing their instruments. I think this is a really cool picture. I like their outfits. I don't know if some of these skins might become available in the future or not. We'll see. Yamiko and Barbara's looks really cool. They all look great in this picture though. So yeah, I just wanted to make a note of that real quick. I can't believe I forgot her name. I think this is just Hoyoverse things for Hoyo Lab or whatever. Yeah, okay. Post your stories for Hoyo Lab. There's like a Helitro Plush, a PS5 iPad. Pretty cool. I have no idea what this is, but there's like this little animation thing if you want to go look at that towards the end. I have no idea what's going on with this. It doesn't really say anything, I don't believe, but it's kind of cool. Going through this book and everything, talking about the Traveler.
Actually,
This is okay. This doesn't really make sense unless you hear the start. I'll let you guys hear the start real quick, and then we'll probably skip this. But I just think it was kind of cool.
Your Highness, I've brought that thing you asked me for. The report on my run-in with your with a certain traveler.
So one of the Abyss Mages talking to Lumine about Aether.
Please append my following words to the report.
My pen is at the ready.
And then
After the traveler awoke,
you kind of just see like the story of them going to like all the different places. Like, okay, here they're in Mondstadt, and you see them in Liyue, and then it goes to like Inazuma, and then like it talks about how he's gonna make his mark on Sumeru and everything, which is really cool. Yeah, I mean nothing too crazy. It was just like going through the story and everything, which I think was nice. And I think that's the end of it. Yeah, so pretty much version 3.1, September 28th, Sina's release date. Yeah, well there you go. So overall finishing thoughts, I really liked this live stream. I thought it was great. It's a different type of video, a little bit longer. Thank you all so much for watching. I've loved all the support in my previous videos. Yeah, this is just a really cool live stream overall. A lot of great information, and I liked seeing all these, like seeing all the new characters, new designs, and everything. This video will be up pretty soon. Yeah, I know it wasn't like right at the release or anything. I was awake at the release. I don't know. If you guys want to see it, I might live stream the next release if any of you guys want to see. And then I'll make a video about it afterwards on my thoughts. But I just think it was really cool. And yeah, overall, I loved this live stream. It was definitely worth the watch if you guys have like free time. If not, then just thank you for stopping by, and I really appreciate all of you. So let me know what you guys thought about the live stream down in the comments, and hope you all have a great day. Thank you.